Liam, similar to Wednesday, positive first half performance, get the goal up, and then obviously this time surrender completely, no points. You must be very disappointed.
Yeah, definitely. Um, I have to give credit to the group to how they've responded with some sort of last-minute changes, and I think it speaks volumes for the culture that the guys can come out and do what they did first half. I thought we played some really good football, especially the first 35 minutes. Scored a goal of real quality, and I thought we played some terrific stuff and had real good control of the game. So we were relatively pleased going in at half time, and the challenge was second half. We have to expect them to come and press us, expect them to be a bit more on the front foot and aggressive, and what we then have to do is work twice as hard then to keep the ball and make sure that we control the game by having the ball. I think that was really important, and yeah, we didn't do that second half.
Did you sit back, or was it a case of Oxford penning you back a little bit in that second half?
Yeah, I think speak to the guys a lot around how the thought process in possession. You have to work for me in an order of looking in behind, furthest forward feet square back in that order, and it was just danger. You can pick up negative momentum with what you do with the ball, and I thought we could have been a bit braver to work harder to play forward. And again, I think what you then do with square and back passes invite that pressure, which is what happened a little bit. So we spoke to the guys. It's not the first time. We have to step up. In the moments when we're ahead, especially against a difficult side like Oxford, you have to step up, be brave, and go and run the game. I think when we're playing well first half, it's easy for anybody to to play and look good. I think the moments when you're up against it a little bit, who's going to really step up and grab the game and grab the ball and go and show what they can do.
There must be a disappointment about their second goal. Had a couple of opportunities to get rid of it. The style of play is, obviously Andrew Fisher's involved a great deal in the passing of the ball, but it kind of didn't work on that occasion.
Yeah, no, it is. It's not the first. It won't be the last time. I think that's the the important message is that we're asking Fish to do it, and I have to say he's been terrific in terms of the progress he's made of his decision making and when to play, when to go long. And look, he for me again, he showed that probably more bravery than anybody in the team in terms of how much responsibility he takes with the ball. So I've been delighted with Fish. I thought he was really good again today. And I think it's the challenge is we have to become better at what we're doing and not change.
Could have salvaged a point right at the end. Charlie Brown, a great save, I think, rather than a miss.
Yeah, I need to see it back, to be fair. I don't want to make an assessment or judge Charlie in terms of having not seen it back. So I actually thought we created a few chances. I thought Troy first half had obviously a real good opportunity. When he went through, even the free kick at the end. Do you know what I mean? I think so. From 22 yards out, it's a really good opportunity to to work the keeper at least. So yeah, I think that's the one we have to work really hard to create the goals we do, and the quality of our goals are extremely high. We have to just maybe look at the goals we give away a little bit and work harder to to keep clean sheets and make the opposition earn their goals a bit better.
Missing a lot of goals today. Hiram Boateng obviously came in and did score, but Scott Twine missing and Mo Isa missing, Max Waters missing. I think we worked out over 20 goals. It's quite a lot, isn't it, to be missing from your side?
Yeah, of course. It's but I have to say again, I have to give credit to the guys that did play in terms of it shows the depth we have, the fact that we can play against a full strength Oxford side and dominate large periods of the first half. So again, I don't for me it's concentrating on the group that we've got here. It's it's obviously not ideal missing so many players, but I think that the biggest thing for me is what we did today.
Were there elements maybe a little bit of what we saw from last season was overpassing at times, and particularly with that second goal? Do you think there was elements of that which crept in for the second goal?
Yeah, I think potentially you could look at it that way, or I think people doesn't you don't when it goes wrong like that, it outweighs the 15, 20, 25 times where we do it right. So again, it's not about changing what we do; it's around making good decisions for me. And I think I said that from when I came in day one is we have to empower the players to make good decisions at good moments in the game, and I think look, we'll all learn from that. I think, like I said, it's about becoming better at what we do rather than changing.
On getting better at what you do, I suppose that's going to be the message over the next couple of weeks, isn't it? Is that after these second halves, like we saw today and Wednesday, and even at Sheffield Wednesday, is that when teams come out at you in that second half, you've almost got to be on the front foot and do it quicker and do it to them.
Yeah, definitely. I think the teams obviously then they're chasing. I think the biggest thing, we don't have to score, they do. So again, I think comes back to the ball for me. I think if we've got good control of the ball and we're working hard to keep it, they can't score. And I think that's the thing when you look at it. And I had a quick look at the stats before I came out. The difference in the two halves is massive, which speaks volumes in terms of control the game by keeping the football.
What it does show though also is that you're one mistake and one great save away from probably winning that game.
Yeah, no, yeah. For me, I think the guys deserve something from the game. For me, I think how well they played first half. I think that I think back to the game, bar a couple. I don't think Oxford had a huge number of chances more than us. So I think the guys deserve to get something from the game.
What do you make of the week then, having picked up a point against Plymouth and losing today?
Yeah, tough. Obviously, we'd like to be here with more points than what we've got, but at the same point, I think we've got some really good learning. I think we also have to take into account Oxford played Tuesday, we played Wednesday, and we've had obviously a load of people drop out. So I think that plays a part in it being a real tough week for the guys. But like I said, I don't want to take anything away from the guys that played today. I thought there was some really good stuff first half, and we all collectively, players and staff, know that we need to be better than we were second half.
Missing a bunch of players today, but two that came in, Parrott and Boateng, really looked to link up really well, at least in the first half.
Yeah, and the goals are real high quality again. I think it's things that we work on, things that we speak around, and yeah, I thought collectively I thought we worked really hard and looked connected as a team first half. I thought we played some really good stuff in terms of variety. I thought we switched it well. I thought we attacked wide well. And they were key in that, I think. Unfortunately we didn't do it second half.
And Matt O'Reilly won Young Player of the Month. Superb touch earlier in the game, almost provided you with something extra.
Yeah, no, Matt's he's having a good season, Matt, and I think again we sometimes forget how young he is because of the level he produces on a game day, and I think experiences like we've had in the last week for Matt are only going to make him a better player. And he had a really good chance obviously at the end on his right foot as well, which seeing him train every day, I'd back him 9 times out of 10 to score that. So he's in a really good spot. He's really important. We need to keep pushing him, keep stretching him, and he needs to sustain the level he's played in the last few months.
I suppose the same could be said for a lot of players in your team at how young they are. Twine and Parrott, around 20 years old. O'Reilly, really young squad that is going to keep growing.
Definitely, and I think I reflect on the last few months. I think what we've had is some real different, some really good experiences, some really difficult experiences. Which, depending on how you look at it, I think especially with the players we've got in terms of the number of senior games they've played, for me we have to use it as learning. We have to take as much out of them experiences, and today's another one that, like I say, it really hurts right now. But me, staff, players, we all have to take as much out of it to make sure when we're in the same position in the future, 1-0 up at half time, coming out and the team wants to get after us, that we don't go and repeat that.
Several players looked annoyed in the aftermath of the second Oxford goal, and I can imagine that was annoyance as well at the final whistle. Is this the kind of thing that they'll have to harness going forward to make sure it doesn't happen again?
I think the challenge, when people are emotionally involved in games, and you're passionate and you want to win, I think it's finding that balance where you stay focused in the game and you deliver what's required versus the emotions taking over. And there's a real sweet spot for that. And I thought again, comes down to that bravery element for me when the emotions are high and the noise is loud, etc. Just stay on task, stay focused, do what your job is, and I think that's another big thing for us going forward.
A full-on sort of big finish if the free kick at the end had gone in, but was it just another one of those moments at the end that didn't go in?
Yeah, no, again, I think it was a really good opportunity, and just didn't take it. And more conviction, I think, in and around the penalty box today would have helped us.
It felt like in the first 5 minutes or so, Oxford did have moments. Was this a case that there was an adjustment to the late nature of the changes with Twine and Isa being ruled out, and did the goal help settle the nerves a little bit with the new sort of system and setup?
Potentially, I think it's always a difficult one to assess. If the changes hadn't happened, if they had, what outcome the first 5 minutes would have had. I think especially as well, we're challenging the players to solve problems, and I think after 5 minutes they started to for me do that. I think they started to recognise how we can hurt them, and again I thought we did that. I thought we played through the 10s really well. Josh McEachran did it really well first half. No excuses with the changes. I think like I say, I give the guys praise and credit for how they responded to it, but it's your job. I think that you have to get on with it. You have to move on and step up to the challenge.